这可惜呢，这干的。Written this way. That's it. Namo Guru Namo Hamidaya Namo Dharmaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurube Namo Hamidaya Namo Dharmaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurube Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharmaya Namo Sanghaya Maya Samaya Jami Shaya Raya Paro Shi Maya Jaya Maya Namaya Kaya Moya Moya Yi Soya Soya Raya Re Ye Ye Shaya Wa Deya Samaya Jaya Re Yamaya Naya Shaya Tselo Deya Yata Gaya De Gaya De Gaya Raya Gaya De Gaya Raya Saya Gaya De Moha De Soha Deya Yata Gaya De Gaya De Gaya Raya Gaya De Raya Sangaya Gaya De Moha De Soha Deya Yata Gaya De Gaya De Gaya Raya Gaya De Gaya Raya Sangaya Gaya De Moha De Soha. Giri Tongra Jiji Hiwa Namen Dene Bejanda Chawan Tenpa Lojen Pensun Sojene Traki Tesha Tendra Dele Sho Sa Yin Beji Shojen Meto Chang Rara Lenje Nyede Jenpo Wande Sanje Jendo Me Tenpo Yi Lokwe Namdo Jinga Shebar Sho Etama Guru Rena Majala Neya Tanya Hame Sangwan Je Chudo Su Sancho Parado Dane Shok Su Chi Lage Chu Chu De Pe Su Nam Chi Lola Peshe Sanje Lo Par So Sangwan Je Chudo Su Chi Chu Nam La Sancho Parado Dane Shok Su Chi Lage Chu Chu De Pe Su Nam Chi Lola Peshe Sanje Lo Par So Sangwan Je Chudo Su Chi Chu Nam La Sancho Parado Dane Shok Su Chi Lage Chu Chu De Pe Su Nam Chi Lola Peshe Sanje Lo Par So Now also we are together tonight here. We are so still alive. So anyways, because of the really days, time is really, people said time flying. It's not time flying. Maybe yes, but also our life is like that. Young, middle age, older people, everyone's same. Everyone's same. Time is just we have now, everyone has good health, necessary things good, staying place good food, everything is this life now in this time. Maybe in this day, okay, this month, this year, we can say, think about it. But in the future, what will be, don't know. Don't know. We think tomorrow coming, yes, but tomorrow what will be? Don't know in general or individual, especially individually. We don't know. Today's, like everybody's. Children can be playing, young people there's joy, something like this, chatting each other, workplace. When we was there, didn't think about dying, That is not think about it. Far from way. When we work or when we will with somebody else, especially good company, we don't think about it. So, but that time is not certain, really. Other ways, general ways, like subtle changing ways, just like changes second, just like our life and everything. But we don't recognize because too quick changing. Too quick. I think maybe they in the university of physics, they think about it like this. All those are, it is existing, but difficult to recognition. So fast. So I think our life is just like that. So that we need to focus in the recognition of that. How is really it is. We to see the older people. Oh, they are almost close to dying. But myself, don't think about it. That's no right. It means that's if we have thinking like this, we cannot make a range to purpose or to make. We cannot make a range in the future life or for the day. Really, including myself also. We need to think about that. Really, what is the best? We have so many companies, friends, tremendous, cannot make separation very hard. If I myself, which I like personal separation, I can be dying or suicide, something like the kind of hazard. But there's no. When we having time of death comes, nobody can stop. Nobody. Because we need to go through the karma. Karma's power and the Buddha's power is, what is it? Karma's power is more than Buddha's power. Buddha has tremendous power, but which we made karma, that's all we need to have received. good or bad. So that's why I think really we need thinking carefully all the time. That's why we are try to know, try to learn from study. Really. Always studying, but just like go back to usual. That's not good study. That means like an intellectual study, like like college, high universities, colleges. Those, then they got a good grade. That's all. Then leave it behind the book. Don't need go back to them. Don't do that. Like this, we cannot do like this. When we spiritual study, always we need it. Because we need to check it. Our mind is with these teachings to check it. My mind is, or my actions are contradiction of with the Dharma or with the teaching or not. That's what we need to check. That's why we need to know. That's why we need to commentary or with this book and the commentary with this book. We need to check with them. Really it is. Somebody says yes, but more important, we need to check with this teaching. And any great, real, truly holy, commentary by holy beings. That's all we need. So I think it's very important, really it is. Always we think back, So everything is good things, whatever we got, those came from the Dharma action, means positive action. Positive means positive action means by spiritual. Didn't give holy beings. That holy beings helped us because we need to make it to good things to happen with us by practice. There's method by holy, yes. But result of the practice, we need to get it. See? If we are hungry, we need to eat by ourselves. Somewhere else, we like, eat for me, I'm hungry because I don't have time. We like, eat for me. How can I say that? No. So that's kind of, see? And I think, including myself, we really come, really thinking about it. Think about it. What is best to do it by my body, speech, mind. What is best means no harm, no damage others. Really it is this. That's the key. No harm, no damage. No put down others, no. Atisha and also follow Atisha. Or with the enemies, bodhisattvas, everyone's gave victory for the others, that's one thing. Gave victory, victory. You understand victory? No victory, no. For the others. Victory. For the others. That's what we need to follow that. Even we cannot now yet completely give victory for the others, but we will not harm or damage or criticize for that, no. So that's the key, I think. Really. So I think that's why I think so much to learn from this. Really it is this and this. I told already. Buddha's teachings are tremendous. 84,000 different volumes. But all those are, why having like this? Because 84,000. Because we have, Buddha's teachings are like medicine. Beings has, ordinary beings has sickness, negative sickness of 84,000. That's why medicine put that. 84,000 volumes making the means explanation of the antidote of them. The real antidote. Books is not antidote. Which book shows meaning of the Dharma. That is the antidote of the negativities. See, that's why I think. I saw sometimes I said already, doctors has in the pharmacy or doctor's place, hundreds powder, pill, liquid, tremendous difference they have it. Why have this one? Doctor put themselves? No. Why? Because patients has different kind of sickness like that. That's why they need to antidote of sickness. There's different medicine. You understand? See, that's why I think with this great method, tremendous method with the patient. What kind of thing we need? Millions of numberless beings are together, but what kind of teaching suited for each of them? We can see that. One time. Darling said this one, then this one, then this one. Not necessary. Everything sees one time. So therefore, when Buddha gave him teachings, he has power of this. Like when we give him teachings, what kind of they need it, they will hear this kind of teachings. Great, is it? Yes. Ordinary people can. We cannot do that. If you like or not, doesn't matter. What's the dish for everybody? So Buddha giving, even one word says, but different kind of means what they wanted to hear. This kind of they will have it. They receive from this teaching, from this speech. So that's kind of Buddha has a great power or great knowledge of the speech. So all those we need to think about. So that's why I think, sometimes people think, Buddhism has too much teachings, too much different books. Why? One book's enough. It's enough. But if one book, in there, all those 84,000 variants, meanings in there, they're okay. This just like this. We can get it. We can get it. So that's why I think this Lam Rim is all those junction of the old Buddhist teachings. Buddhist teachings are just like ocean. Ocean. All those any kind of Buddha Dharma is like an ocean. In there, all those everything's meanings or those are comes. 3 baskets in there. 3 baskets only to make together one. Can be. So like this is example. In this world, in this world, so many ponds, rivers, 100,000. But all those are came from ocean, go back to the ocean also. What do you think? Rivers came from ocean or not? And maybe say no. That's wrong, I think. If there are no ocean, how can be river come? How can be ponds come? See, that's it. So that's what it says, Adhikas. Lam Rim book is like all those junction of the ocean or all those teachings are put together in this book. Meanings are together. Pages not together cannot be, but all meanings are put together. So if we learn from here, then we can get it. So anyways, like this, we have now precious life, really it is. Precious life. This is no longer. So before something we losing our precious life, try to make a good knowledge for in the future to be good or safe from the low rounds. Try to make safe from low rounds. Safe low rounds means try to make safe from not reborn in the hell realms, not reborn in the 100 ghosts, will not be reborn in the animals realm. That's kind of aiming. Then through that ways, try to make a good karmas. The result is the human being's life, Asura's life, and the gods and goddesses' life. So those are also good. But this is not extremely good either. Still in the samsara. So we need to free from the samsara. We will not be reborn again here. Sometimes people think, oh, I have nice family, nice everything. I wish to come back to just like this, which I have this lifetime. That kind of I will have in the future life. I wish. That's wrong. We don't want to wish for coming back in the samsara, I think, with family or something. No. I think we want it completely, totally out of that state of peace. Even state of peace is no good enough either. Try to get it. Try to get both citta with us. Really it is. Atisha did it. Both citta, he went to Lama Singha's place. 12 years study. Beginning studies, he didn't ask our attention or nothing. Ask giving the mother of the 3 times Buddhas, Panchaparamita teachings. So that means wisdom, teaching for the wisdom. Then he learns also gave to learn both citta. So 12 years he's with the Lama Singha, did practicing both citta. Then he got both citta. Yeah. We try to think about it. I don't have now both citta, but I wish to have both citta before I die. What do you think? To make a what do you call wish, or to make a wish, or to make commitment of that. Even not that's too quick. Maybe 12 years. I think I did, maybe we need 24 years. Double, 24 years studying, practicing both citta. Then we can get both citta. But that's also no work, what's working is not. We doing this one, one session is good, but then out, then back to normal. That's not right. We did go out, yes, we did, but our mind is with us. Even you go to work, mind is with you. You can work this one hand or tapping or whatever you need to do, something, but mind with you. Try to make control the mind. Does it go through the negative side? You can think about this, work, tapping. You need spelling and everything, like this. Some people they don't you see like that. I don't know this, but type without mistake. But you can see that, but that's neutral mind that time. You don't have a good mind or bad mind. It's just you're doing, by hand is working, carpenter is working, hammer with the nails and something like this. If they don't hear nothing, only thing but how to go, nail with hammer with the wood. That's neutral. See, if you tap only that's one, neutral. But our mind is the, we can do work, but try to make control mind with work. I think it's very important. Really, it is. Sometimes when we do, practicing, sometimes losing little, then mistake says words also mixture. Then someone comes, if we don't have something, then also our mind down to today. That's because we don't have the training of the mind. So try to think about it. So I think that's all. I think really is we have great time now. Try to make use for the time very positive ways. That's what we need to think about. So that's why I think more important. We are Lama Selim, but when a teacher went to Selim 12 years to take the time to be there from India to Selim, be there 12 years. I think he studied with him, said that. So we also try to think about it. I wish to have the first of all, wish to have the economic thought for the others, for the others. Everyone try to make a I, me. Try to make it, I think, for the sake of someone knows. He has word. It's very good. I think I like that. He says, I is, there is, you is me. I is you, something. They are we are they. Something. Try to, I think, just those are depending. Like we say almost like attach with I. I need it. Someone says, what they say to me, something like this. Oh, they looking very bad to me. Even they didn't do, but pick up, wrong mind. So that's very important. It means it's I and you, or you and I. It's just a name. Otherwise, try to make everyone to make we or something. They and the we think we and the days between there, then big difference. I want to take care of the we. I don't want to take care of the they. See, they is when you think about they, far away. You also, or he or she, then don't think about it. So I more important than he or she. So that's why I think we lots of mistake, Safe, cherished mind is to attach to the safe. That's why we are doing wrong things with the safe, cherished mind. So I think, anyway, try to make a first stable equanimity thoughts for the other sentient beings. Then what we do? Then you think about like both Jesus ways, all sentient beings, my mother. It was. One lifetime we don't have it for many mothers, but my life, when started my life, there's no beginning. There's no in the content. Too much. So that's why we had changed the mama. So also that's why also everybody has been my mama. So then kindness of mothers what kind of deed that everybody did. Even enemies, some being enemies this times, but he or she when was my mother, they did good things, raise up me. Maybe they spend a life for me. Because we can see this times of mamas. Even animals, you look at really animals, how take care of the children. Tremendous. I'm watching animals, really it is. So That's kind of the kindness of mamas. All those, one by one, was an economic thought for the everybody. The Tangham means economic thought. Then, also means my mother think about it. When they got idea of that completely, if we got then kindness, they repair with that. They're loving kindness. Then is it loving kindness for the everybody. Everybody is just my great friend. Same way. Everybody. It's a health beings, hungry ghosts, animals, human beings, everyone same way. Everybody. So then loving kindness, everyone said to do that loving kindness thinking. That's very easy. Then compassion, great compassion comes. Then close them both chitta. So all those are trying to build up beginning when we make a house. From the bottom, the house built up from the bottom, not from the top to down to the foundation. First of all, make foundation, then go slowly go up to the top of the roof. From the roof, that's not, you see. So now we need what we need to do. We now need to do the foundation. See, foundation for the actually taking refuge, Buddhism refuge, yes, with the Dharma Sangha, but then all sentient beings. Everyone's like economic thoughts for the equalize of the best friend. Everybody means enemies and strangers. Strangers try to make it my best friends, just like everybody. Then build up, then mother saint, my mother, then build up kindness, think about, then repair, then loving kindness, then great compassion, then close to bodhicitta. So when we got bodhicitta, destroy negativities, bodhisattva, yes, bodhisattva has. But if bodhicitta, if we had bodhicitta, tremendous, which impure body, this is becoming just like a Buddha body, making by bodhicitta. By bodhicitta. See, that's kind of destroy tremendous. Maybe one hour or maybe 1 minute, if you think about it, sentient beings to be take care of this. That's great result. This kindness result comes. So that's the thing about it. Okay. Now what we are last time. Aditya now go to in Tibet already, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
We're on page 67 in the Brown Book with King Zhanshu Guo.
Zhanshu Guo is you remember there's two brothers, it's Lama Zhanshu is a younger brother. He said, the book says uncle, his uncle. I'm not sure. So then,
as Zhanshu Guo is speaking to a teacher here, and it says, further, must one have the Praktimoksha vows of individual liberation in order to be a candidate for vows in the involvement form of bodhicitta?
Praktimoksha, what is it? Would you like to read again?
Further, must one, he's asking questions of Atisha. Further, must one have the Praktimoksha vows of individual liberation in order to be a candidate for the vows of involvement form of bodhicitta?
Praktimoksha vows means monks and nuns, and also live vows also in there. Then,
can one be enlightened without the combination of method and wisdom?
Can be or can, what say?
Asking the question.
He's questioning Atisha. can one be enlightened without the combination of method and wisdom?
He very happy about this. You know, that's who asked the question. Shangchu D. When he said that, Bodhi Adisha's tremendous great joy, and I think we shall read then this. I think say that.
Is one permitted to attend a discourse on Tantra without having obtained the initiation? Is one permitted to confer the actual wisdom initiation to vowed celibates? Is one permitted to perform the practices of secret Tantra path without having already obtained the Vajra master initiation?
Okay, those are questions then.
These were but some of the questions he asked. Tisha was highly pleased by this.
Say highly pleased. Highly pleased. Really it is. He very happy. Because from like in India, so many people they don't like it. But in Tibet, like this time, it's just with the Dharma, it was then the Natso he said already because there is contaminated. They also so now he asked questions about it. Then Bodhicitta is what saying.
Atisha was highly pleased by this and so composed the lamp on the path to enlightenment.
First question, what would you like to read again?
The questions from John Shubo?
Yeah.
Further must...
Oh, okay, this is it. Question did it. Without bodhicitta can be become a being with us. That's 7. Okay? That's all. That's a key question. They will not be. So what's the answer?
The answer from Atisha?
Yeah.
He composed the lamp on the path to enlightenment. In only 3 folios, this...
No, that's not. Okay. So, without bodhicitta can be become a being Buddha? Then no. Cannot be. They also, without bodhicitta and the wisdom, can be become a practitioner? No. Can be to receive initiations? No. Then?
In only 3 folios, this elucidates all the thoughts of sutras and tantras.
Okay. Here's Lama Shangchu. He asked about sutra and tantra both combination. So now Atisha did compose with the Atisha's teaching, what do you call? What's it? Lamp of...
The lamp on the path to enlightenment.
Enlightenment, yeah, that's one. Giving teaching. Also, there's one request. We Tibetans cannot be large. It is difficult to study. And early things in there, meanings are in there, and then words are not so, what do you call it? Not so large. So they say that this comes later. What would you like to read first?
It was in the prior last week about easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Oh, okay. That's all. He asked already. Now.
It begins the most respectful homage to all holy victors of the 3 times, to their Dharma and to the Sangha. At the request of my noble disciple, John Shubo, I shall light the lamp on the path to enlightenment. Atisha did not say...
That's for the giving teaching in the when he was what is near Nepal. It's not central Tibet. It's not. What is say that. Then, anyways, Ngari, yes, Ngari. Then?
Atisha did not say, my noble disciple Jonshu Wo, because he had received many offerings from him. Rather, it was because he was delighted with the way Jonshu Wo had asked about the Dharma. My own precious Guru told me, Atisha would not have been at all pleased if he had asked, please give me a major empowerment or a minor initiation.
He didn't say that.
Yes.
He said that or he didn't say?
No, he did not say that.
Oh, okay. We now hear what we say. Please give initiation. You know? The teacher said, please give wisdom teachings and also then bodhicitta about the explanation of that. Then?
The lamp on the path includes the answer to John Chu Wo's questions.
Mm-hmm.
Soon after it...
whatever John Chu did the questions, that's one answer for, you know, what he composed that book, answer for that. Then?
Soon after its appearance, the crude and perverse teachings in Tibet disappeared whence they had come. Atisha furthered the doctrine in the Nari area, but when the...
Nari area, that's on the west Tibet, close to Nepal and India. Then?
But when the 3 years were nearly over, and because of his promise to the elder, not so the translator said, we must now return to India. So,
when he asked Atisha's teacher, Rena Akar, and Mr. Dekamalachara's abbot of that, he said 3 years, bring back. Then Natso Lotsawa means translator, holy translator, he said, yes, I bring back the 3 years after. So then 3 years, all in the central Tibet or the farther east Tibet cannot go. Only west, Ngari area, staying there. Then now 3 years are finished. But during that time, he composed about this Lam Rim, the root of the Lam Rim of the Lama Tsongkhapa's Lam Rims and all other Lam Rims. He composed. That's what is this?
The lamp on the path.
Lamp of path, yes. Then, now Lotsawa says, I need to bring back to India, because he did promise with the Atisha's Guru. You see? Then?
Atisha appeared to consent, and so they went to Purang.
Purang in Tibet, in there?
But previously, Tara had told Atisha many times, it would be most beneficial for the teachings if you took on a great
Upasika. Upasika is the drum temper, his name. Upasika is the lay person's vows, So that's a Upasika, name of the Sanskrit. And wait a minute. Then Tara says, you should not go back to India. You must, your action of the Dharma in Tibet, more than in India, that's what said, not originally read now.
He should wait for his Upasika in Tibet. Now she was repeatedly telling him, the Upasika
that times in Drum Temple, in Tibet, means central Tibet. Then?
The Upasika will soon be here, so Atisha was constantly on the lookout for him.
Okay. Tara says, your great disciple, if the Upasika means Drum Temple, come and soon here, meet with you. That's what I'm saying. Then?
My Upasika hasn't come, he said. How could Tara lie?
He said that.
Atisha.
Okay, that's all those, when you read, everything you need to think about. You know, he said, what is the question, what is the answer, everything you need. Then
one day Dromtampa turned up while Atisha
that's Dromtampa is the Upasika. Then come up, then.
One day Dromtampa turned up while Atisha was visiting a benefactor. Drom went to Atisha's room and was told that Atisha had gone to see his sponsor, but would now be on his way back.
When the Dromtampa went to their Atisha's place, Atisha wasn't there that day because he went to the benefactor's place. Then he went staying there. Then
I can't wait another moment, said Drom Rinpoche.
Oh yeah, I don't want to waiting. Even 1 minute is too long for me to waiting because the right one I want to see, see is possible. Then
stuck here while I still have not met my Mahayana spiritual guide. I'm going to where he is. He left and met Atisha in an alley. Drom Rinpoche made full-length prostrations and went up to Atisha, who put his hand on Drom's head.
Drom Rinpoche means Dromtampa. Now that time Dromtampa, but His Holiness, the generation of His Holiness Dalai Lama. See, that's it. Then
Atisha put his hand on Drom's head while saying many auspicious things in Sanskrit.
Okay. Who said?
Atisha said
True.
To Drom.
Okay. Dromten Javin Jung. Dromten. And then
Atisha, while with his sponsor, had said, I need a portion of food for my fortunate Upaseka.
Okay, wait. Sponsor, benefactors giving food to Atisha. But then I think maybe they didn't make for the Dromtampa because he's just robbed there. Then Atisha asked to the benefactor, your place, portion for my visitors, my students, what say?
For his fortunate
fortunate student.
Upaseka.
Upaseka means great, great my disciples. Then?
So he was carrying food with him. Atisha was a strict vegetarian, and the meal he had been given that day consisted of balls of barley dough fried in ghee.
Okay.
Drom ate the barley dough, but saved the clarified butter, putting it in a large butter lamp big enough to burn all night.
Okay, that's what I think. He has rice, chopped the rice, actually should butter and the hot, warm rice, butter and mixture. But the Drom saved the butter, eat the rice. Why save the butter? Why?
He placed it by Atisha's pillow.
They try to make a lamp, butter lamp, to offer to the Atisha. Yes, if we have everything mixed together, eat it. Don't think about the offering to the butter lamp. No. Then
he made a large butter lamp and placed it by Atisha's pillow.
Oh, that's really good. Yes. Then?
And he's said to have placed similar butter lamps by his teacher's pillow every day for the rest of Atisha's life.
Since then, every day, one night full of the can be to use the whole night. Every day is but one butter lamp. Then?
That night, Atisha gave Drom Rinpoche a major initiation and adopted him as his spiritual son.
Okay.
They set out.
That's initiation means not really given that initiation, no. Accept it. And also then blessing from Atisha to Dromtampa. You see, that's it. So no initiation means not necessarily like Abhisheka or not, it's not. Then?
They set out from Purang and
Okay. Initiation means, don't ever ask you are my to be guru, and then Atisha is all accepted and a blessing for that. That's what that's initiation means, like that. Then?
they set out from Purang and went to Krirong in the Mongol district.
Purang is also West Tibet, yes. Because from the Ngari to Purang, then?
In the Mongol district, planning to pass through Nepal.
Mongol district, that time I'm not sure. Then? Then? Is this okay?
Planning to pass through Nepal en route to India.
Okay.
But the way was blocked because a war had broken out.
Okay, that's it. There is wall. They cannot go through to India. Still, Tara asking you should not go, and also Avalokiteshvara is also prophesied to the Atisha. You should be go to Tibet. All those suppos are in Tibet. Then
they could go no further. At this point, Dram urged Atisha to go back to Tibet, while Nopso pleaded with him to travel on to India. The translator was frustrated because he could not travel back to India.
See, that's it. Now, so Atisha says, we are not going to India. They're back to Tibet, you see, from Nepal. Then
Atisha said to him, you should not worry so much. You have not done anything wrong, for you are unable to carry out your promise.
Okay, that's what he said.
Atisha said
to whom?
To Nakso.
Nakso Lotsawa means great master's translator. Then?
This made the translator very happy. Very
okay.
Well, he said, let us return to Tibet.
Then what he wanted, that's what he got. Because before 3 years request to take to Tibet, but Tibet, Central Tibet and East Tibet cannot go. All Purang around there, so finish the 3 years. So we need to be taken back. Now Atisha himself says we are not going to India, going back to Tibet from the both, he said. Then he very happy.
So Atisha decided to return to Tibet. He could not go on to India because the road was blocked at the time as a result of Tibetans' collective karma.
That's true. Also, we lost the country, also collected karma, also bad karma. We got Atisha returned to going back to India and coming to the Tibet. Also, Tibetan people collecting good karmas. Okay, then
they sent a message to India saying Atisha cannot travel back through Nepal as the elder had ordered because of the fighting on the way.
Okay.
This means that we have to return to Tibet for a while. Could you invite Atisha back when the trouble dies down? Because it would be most helpful for sentient beings.
Trouble dies down means what is that? I don't understand. What is it?
When the trouble dies down, the war.
Oh, okay, yeah. Trouble dies down there.
Because it would be most helpful for sentient beings, could you allow Atisha to remain in Tibet?
Okay.
While he is there, he will write more treatises like the one enclosed. They sent Atisha's autographed copy of The Lamp on the Path along with much gold.
Oh, yeah.
At that time, India was not like our present day.
Oh, okay, that's it. Atisha, which did compose about the root of the Lam Rim text, root of the Lam Rim text, that's sending to India. He's a great monastery. Everybody great appreciation of those master holy beings from India. Tremendous. This is Tibetan people. They think so lucky. When he was in India, he didn't do that. But Atisha did for the Tibetan people. Request Lama issue request he did all those from India, great masters, holy masters, they are very, very happy and they tremendous praise to that teacher. Then you read it, I think there.
At that time, India was not like our present-day Tibet. The year's new books were submitted to an assembly of pandits, and each of the folios were passed along the lines of judges so that they could assess them. Books error-free in both grammar and content were presented to the king, and the author was rewarded. These works were granted publication. The treatise with faulty content, despite being faultlessly written in verse, were tied to the dog's tail.
That's it. India, tradition, India, cannot make everybody book. Like a scholar, holy scholar, they made a book, a commentary of the Buddha's teaching. When they finish the book, all those holy scholars, holy beings, together meeting and need to check each page, go through, each one go through. Everyone says yes, then can give the stamp, then can be book or published. If not, something wrong, that book with the tail of the dog, so sending. So that's what I said. You understand? If books are wrong, it's not right, then they are not accepted. That's why pure Dharma long time. We also, Tibetan king did also like this. We didn't do the book, put in the tail of the dogs. We didn't do that, but checking carefully. That's what I did. Not like these days, today, like here. No. Today, everybody is here, anywhere. Everybody should make a book very easy. It's not like this before. No, really, that's what. If make book, should be 3 qualities, great qualities. That needed, because of the great gurus, they say, formation from that. Also deities like Tara or Avalokiteshvara, or so all those to see if this book is to make a publication or to make book like this would be great for the benefit for the others. That's what I'm saying, kind of like this. Then also you don't like chasing some no topics. And then lineages depend without broken lineage. Some thank you so just some go over some kind of yeah, that's one. So what the holy master says you can go do this. Deity says that like that. Then without break down lineage. You see? Break lineage cannot break. So with lineage. Then so that's why I think, yeah.
So the faulty books were tied to a dog's tail. The dog was led through the alleys of the town, and thus both the author and the book were ridiculed.
Dog goes anywhere. So take a dog, take book anywhere. Take this.
The king would be asked not to publish this treatise. Great Atisha's composition really did not need to be subjected to such a test. All the same...
Yeah, do you understand? Great, just like being Buddha himself. So that's why they don't need to be checked like that. Then?
All the same, it was submitted to the rows of pandits. They were most impressed because the work, only 3 folios long, taught in brief the whole subject matter of all sutra and tantra.
See, that's in the lectures. Pages, 4-5 pages only. Tibetan ways. That's in there. Buddha's teaching sutra and the tantra, all meaning of those together, tags, everything in there. See that then?
And if one were to depend on this work, one would come to consider all scriptures as instructions for oneself.
Okay, continue.
In their daylight, they unanimously declared, not only was Atisha's going to Tibet an excellent thing for Tibetans, it also proved to be the best thing for us Indians.
Oh, yeah.
Atisha would not have
Yes,
written...
those Indian masters, they praise for that, yes? Good for Tibetans, but good for us. So that's what I'm saying.
Atisha would not have written such a thing if he had remained in India, because Indians are wiser and have more perseverance.
Okay.
He knows that Tibetans are stupid and short of perseverance, and so wrote this short and most beneficial treatise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lama, when he asks that, says, we are not bright like Indians. We need everything, Then?
They were lavish in their praise of Atisha's sojourn in Tibet.
Okay. Sojourn, is it?
Stay.
Uh-huh.
How long he stayed.
Okay. Then?
Ratnakara Shanti, the elder, wrote to them.
Renakara is the Atisha's teacher, the head of the Bekamala monastery. Then? He wrote to Atisha.
This is the way the Pandits praised him. I therefore gave my permission for him to stay in Tibet.
See, that's also, before he said 3 years after bring back, now he says, you stay, when he sees this book, when he sees, oh, that's great action, more than in India. That's kind of benefit for the beings. So you stay, how much you want to stay in the Tibet, that's what I said. Then?
Yes, he could stay in Tibet as it will be beneficial for beings. I only ask that he write a commentary to this work as a substitute.
That's this commentary of this what? This book means which book?
Of the Lamp on the Path.
That's what Atisha, commentary also by Atisha himself we have now. So his teacher asked to make a commentary of this book. He asked him. The Atisha did. See?
However, the work found in the present editions of the translated commentaries, purporting to be Atisha's own commentary to Lamp on the Path, is said to be corrupt.
Yeah, we have that one. We have, I think, maybe one day, when we finish the Kadam teachings, I want to teach about that. Then?
Natso was extremely happy. I had shouldered a mountain of responsibility imposed.
Natso very happy.
He was very happy.
Extremely happy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the elders gave good commentary to Atisha on the lamp. So he said he could stay.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Then? Wait.
Did Atisha write that originally in Sanskrit?
Yeah, Sanskrit, yes.
And then someone had to translate.
Translated, yes. That's good. Then, continue.
Natso was extremely happy. I had shouldered a mountain of responsibility imposed on me by the elder. Today I have it lifted from me.
Do you understand example? Natso's shoulder, what he has?
He has a big burden for getting Atisha back to the elder.
Big what? His shoulder, what's big? What? Huh?
Big burden.
It's a burden.
Bird?
Burden. It's like a heavy load.
Oh, that's good.
A heavy load.
Like mountain.
Yeah, like a mountain.
Yeah, like mountain.
Yeah.
And then, now, since then, when he took off that, when Natso took off that, when?
When the elder said Atisha could remain.
That's good. Yeah, that's it. Then?
Not long before Atisha was to go to the central province, Drom Rinpoche wrote to the important people there saying, I have tried so hard to get Atisha to come to the central province, so when you receive my next letter, set out immediately to welcome him.
Central Tibet.
Mm-hmm.
Then?
Later he wrote, May teachers of the central province such as Kawa, Shakya, Wangchu, etc. immediately set out to welcome him.
Kawa Shakya Wangchu. Okay, then one person's name. Then?
Drom had singled out this Kawa as the most important teacher of Tibet.
Kawa Patsik means one, but the Kawa Patsik means one is the translator's name. See? That's what the Kawa condition. Kawa?
Kawa Shakya Wangchu, it says.
Kawa Shakya Wangchu, person's name there.
At the start of this journey, a person called Kutompa exclaimed, Where's my name? He was told, you were included among the etceteras.
That's ego, that's really, people, all this, high people's named, his name is not there. Then he say, your name's included. He don't like it, that's what I think. So then what's that?
He says, I'm not a man who deserves to be relegated to the etceteras.
Last one.
He said, and tried to be at the head of the procession.
Okay.
Then all of them jostled for a leading position.
Okay. Then?
Tibetan teachers of this period used to wear broad-brimmed hats, brocade cloaks.
Oh, that's what is a caution? Very, bright. Everything, like eyes, backwards their eyes, and also coat or something, coat, top the robe, put on like this. Then also head, say that.
It just says a costume to denote high lamas.
Oh yeah. Different kind of heads then.
As soon as
Atisha doesn't like that one then. Okay.
As soon as Atisha saw these people coming in the distance, he said,
coming many ghosts.
A lot of Tibetan evil spirits have turned up and covered his head with his shawl.
Because of that, they all those high level monks and leaders of the monasteries, they dress up, very happy, dress up, which we have tradition in those dress up. They also riding the horse. Then the horse also slowly just Then Atisha says, who those Tibetan ghosts just came. Said that, and then you read it, that's the gift to understand. See?
The high lamas then dismounted, put on the 3 types of robes, and approached.
See, that's it. Atisha says, who did those things? This like ghosts. Then, message of that from Atisha. Then they put all those extra dress up, those put down, put back, and real like this. Then it's welcome to Atisha. Then he happy. Then
even Atisha was pleased and received them. He eventually reached the central province and did much there to turn the wheel of Dharma. He proved to be a great force behind the teachings. He spent 3 years in Upper Nalari, 9 years in Naitrong.
So I think from this, wait a minute, stay. For this ways, monks and also this, we should not be any other dress up or something like this. This monk's robe, whatever he has, this one. It means, if it's not new, it doesn't matter. That's just should be all those traditionally to keep the cautions of the monastery or ordained beings. Very important thing, really it is. So these are representing for the Dharma. So when we see this, these are protection. When we see this, then I'm not like an ordinary person. Lost response to keep the vows. Reminder of that. That's why we have. That's a teacher. Then very happy about that. Okay, then.
He spent 3 years in Upper Nagari, 9 years in Naitong, and 5 in the Central and Sung provinces.
9. That what's it? First where? From Central Tibet. Then.
5 in the Central and Sung provinces.
5 years in the Central Tibet, near Lhasa, and Lhasa near Lhasa there is like Nyantang, and that you don't know, and Tayepa, this kind of. Then.
A total of 17 years in Tibet.
17 years. Our teacher was 17 years in Tibet. He was staying there, giving teachings and everything. Then.
Works like the history of the Kadampas say he was there for only 13 years, but our tradition of 17 years was begun by great Tsongkhapa, as he said, not so devoted himself for 2 years in India and 17 years in Tibet.
Mm-hmm.
Thus he served him and was devoted to him for 19
So that's
years.
yes. That's not so says what says. That's true. Lama Tsongkhapa agree of that. 70 years in Tibet, Central Tibet, and then 3 years in the upper West Tibet. They altogether what is 70?
17 years.
Yeah. Then.
The essential reason why the great Zhongshu Wol tried so hard to bring Atisha to Tibet was for him to teach the Dharma, and the most important of his teachings was the lamp on the path.
Mm-hmm. That's because this is most of the teaching, and this is now we have a Lam Rim Chemo, Lama Tsongkhapa's Lam Rim Chemo, 500 pages, both sides one, like this. Then Lam Rim Dingpo, Lam Rim Chunga, all those Kadampi traditional, like lojons, many lojons, all those are everything. Those are commentaries. The root text for those the Atisha's lamp of path. You see, that's it. So that's why I think this is very great. So then,
his journey to Tibet was predicted by Tara. His own guru, Hala Krishna, said, "If you go to Tibet, the children will be richer than the parent, the grandchildren will be richer than the children, the great-grandchildren will be richer than the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren."
Richer or what?
It says richer.
Richer, what is richer?
More.
No,
More.
that's what we say. Lama Tsongkhapa book say. Everyone say.
There will be
Father is great, but son is more greater. The son more greater. We are no more greater. You think?
I think you're saying, they're trying to say they'll have more benefit.
No. Those lineages they talk about.
yes,
It's no poor people, no. So Father Atisha is greater. The like Lama Tsongkhapa then is much more greater. Then that's one greater, you know. So generations more greater and greater. Father, son, then children. Okay, then what's it? Now we stop there. Yeah?
then it will become less rigorous.
Now we are, I think, they're more cheaper and cheaper. More rich. Then down, more poor. Now we are poor, I think, but not too bad. We are at this end of that. Then
Here the father is Atisha. The children are
See?
Tompa, Lugden, Sherab, etc.
Okay, that's it. Etc. means in there Lama Tsongkhapa and everyone's in the etc. Okay, including his own the Lama, I think. Yes.
The grandchildren are the three Kendampa brothers, Padawa, Gampopa, and Shen Nawa.
Shenghawa.
Shen Nawa.
Shenghawa, yes.
The great grandchildren are Langri Tangpa.
Lord Thangpa. The Lord Thangpa, the 8 verse maintaining by Lord Thangpa. 8 verse maintaining. Lojong, by composed by Lord Thangpa. Then
Geshe Sharawa.
Shara was also, yeah, Shara was then Cheka was next to then.
And so forth.
But Cheka when came, Shara I think is, Shara was still there, yes. So Lord Thangpa passed away. Cheka was from Kham. He came because he saw the Lord Thangpa's years, it was maintaining. But he tremendous great surprise or great he think unbelievable this is. Give victory for the others, take release, you are safe. That's what he saw. Oh, I want to see this master. Then he came to the central Tibet from Kham, from East Tibet. When he came, Lord Thangpa passed away already. Then he asked, who is the Lord Thangpa's the teacher? Lord Thangpa's disciple, best one, high one. Then Sharawa. That time Sharawa was still there. Sharawa is Shabumpa means in the temple area from Lhasa, maybe one day to travel to there is Sharawa's place. So anyway, that's on there.
The great grandchildren are Sangye Boton and Sangye Gompa.
Sanjay Gompa, all that, yeah, those, then?
And others of that generation.
Okay.
The meaning of will be richer is that the teaching will spread by being passed down from generation to generation.
But there's not only teachings, but the for the what you call, from teacher to teacher, you see.
Atisha revived teaching traditions that had died out and spread other rare traditions. He purged them of any wrong ideas, diluting and staining them, and so he made the precious teachings stainless. Thereafter, however, this teaching on the stages and levels of the path was overshadowed by certain useless tantras and minor initiations, and so the teachings became somewhat corrupt.
Okay. Now I think this next week, this week teaching will be easy. Oh yeah, this last program means last sentence I want to explain next week. Okay, that's ways. So I think those teachers really value, and also what all those are, how much effort, like Tibetan looking Lalama Shangchu and also others. Then we know now the Upasika is that he's Dalai Lama, actually, Dom Temba, Dr. Jayajuna. Actually, Avalokiteshwaras, emanation of Avalokiteshvara. It is same of Avalokiteshvara. You remember that in India, make a emanation of the old man, emanation of the child, all those by Avalokiteshvara did. Because all those are action for the idea to get in Tibet for the teachings. So think about this. Okay, now we do the dedication. I think we think about with the Dharma long time remained, with the beings. Then His Holiness Dalai Lama and any other great masters, they have too long life. And also ordained beings and also any other practitioners of life person, anyone, to have the accomplishment of the practice without obstacle. And also in this country and in other country, there will not happen bad things like disease, starvation, war. This kind of will not happen. Everything good fortunes coming in this world for the world beings. Finally, we're thinking all sentient beings, everyone, to be free from sufferings and the cause of suffering, delusions and illusions. Free from that and become a being Buddha, by which we did action of Dharma, we are together. Sentu Rambo Che Mate Bona She Jurke She Pavana Pavame Pavata Kone Kondo Pevar So Tonya Tawa Rambo Che Mate Bona She Jurke She Pavana Pavame Pavata Kone Kondo Pevar So Kare Ravi Korve Chenkamatare Pendava Deva Mali Jungvene Shere Zewa Tenze Japsuye Shabe Sindi Bado Tenjur She Saye Bili Shoy Meto Tamar Ravalenge Nide Jemba Ande Sanje Ekendo Mete Mbuwaye Dokuya Namda Kinla Shebar Sho Edama Guru Rena Nandala Niyandaya Amen. Oh yeah. That's okay. Okay.